Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another auction closing spectacular here. As you can see, I've got a great all-star panel around me with Tony Southern Collector 14, Rick Vintage Oddball Cards, and Dave Blue Jacket 66 here for the Heritage Spring Catalog Auction. So welcome everyone. So far, we've got Jay Hawker Vintage Cards. Hello, Mike. We've got Tony Talks Cards. We got another Mike with Mike, the Sports History Collector. When we got Ross Loves Cards so far in the chat. But how's everybody doing tonight?
I'm doing fine. I don't know about Tony, but
yeah, Tony had the fender bender. If people haven't heard,
yeah,
bad.
Yeah, I just got rear-ended. It's all good though.
Can ruin your weekend.
Yeah, my car's got a big dent in the back of it, but they had insurance, thankfully, so we're good.
Oh yeah,
that's the hassle. Taking it in, getting an estimate. You got to do all the work. You know what I mean?
Exactly right. Yeah. But hey, we're doing baseball cards now, so I get to
worry about
none of that crap.
Anybody going for some cool stuff tonight?
We'll see.
Oh, Rick.
Yeah, Rick.
I've got them. Yes, I got one card. I haven't. God, the last 2 or 3 auctions that I've been on here, I didn't bid on anything. So I'm back in the game.
All right.
Good
Are you keeping it a secret?
No. I have a. You want to start with me, or what? How do you want to do this, sir?
Whoever wants to go, we can start looking at some cool stuff.
Well, it's going to be the 1920. It's 800105. 800105. There it is, right there.
Look at that.
The Cy Young. The 1912. Which these never come up for auction.
8001?
800105.
You got an extra 0 in there. It's all 5-digit.
Yeah, 105.
105.
Oh, 8105.
So yeah, these are pretty low pop count on these guys, aren't they?
Yeah, we don't even know where they actually came from. Probably the J. Meyer Company. In 1910, they had a W555, a box in which you would cut them off a box. These are very similar, different checklists. There's 8 different players, and it's 2 years later, supposedly, but I don't think there's been a box that's been located to where these actually come from. So I just love these kinds of things. And I was a little worried, and I wasn't worried. I knew it was Cy Young. But if the pitcher was left-handed, it would have been Irv Young. And there's actually a card in the auction that says Cy Young, but it's actually Irv Young, a different.
Yeah.
So I had to look twice just to make sure it's Cy Young. So
here's your
right-handed. So we got
here's
one
your
Joe here. It looks
W555.
Yep.
Look at that.
I should have. I don't know. You know, you always kick yourself. I could have bought one in Chicago, and I haven't actually seen one since.
No.
But that's similar. That's a W555. Mathewson is not in this particular set. The
555s are on boxes that were camera type boxes, right?
Yeah, like a J. Meyer Company baseball bats or whatever. Yeah. I have. God, what have the Evers, and I have one of these. It's the Doyle, Larry Doyle. But what is it? The Wagner's in it, but he's way up there in price. If you have a
Wagner, Petty bought the Wagner in one of the previous shows.
Did he? This one here, the same set, the 1912. Okay.
You don't see these very often, actually.
Yeah, really. I haven't. The last time this one sold was in 2014. This exact card. 2014 for like $400. So who knows?
Awesome.
I have no idea how high it's going to go. I'm the highest bidder right now, but I have no idea.
Yeah.
But I'm not
Yeah,
going to overextend myself on it. But
John, we can look at what I'm going after too, if you want to. I don't think anybody else is going to want it. Mine is 80089. It's not a high dollar item, but something I need.
All right, I'm having some trouble. I may sign out and sign back in.
There you go. So these T211, the green border, red sun backs. Show the back real quick. The backs are awesome. But it's a cigarette company, tobacco company, and out of New Orleans. And I'm doing a collection of Nashville-based cards. So I've done the Old Mill Nashville run in the T206. I think there's only like 4 cards, but there's 16 Nashville Vols cards in this set. And if I can grab this one, that'll be number 9. And I guess the average pop count on these are about 10 per card. So I have to, when you see one, you got to grab it, and they're estimating this one at 1,500 right now. It's way below that. So hopefully it stays there. But this was one when you're doing what I'm doing if you're doing a team set and they never show up, when you see one, you got to grab
to pounce when they appear. Yeah.
Because you may not ever see it again.
exactly.
So I just think they're cool. My grandfather used to go to the Nashville Vols game at old Sulphurdale Stadium down in North Nashville, where Germantown is. It's where the Nashville Sound Stadium is now. So, there's some meaning there for me. And so that's why
Did you look up the player, who he is?
He is one of the more prevalent ones though, because he's also in the T206.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. So there's, like I said, there's only 4, and there's also the red border set, and there's some Nashville players in that one as well. So there's a lot of Southern Leaguers in the red border set. So I like this one. I really think the backs are cool.
Oh, for sure.
So anyways, I'm not a back collector, but in this case,
that's pretty sweet.
Yeah,
that's really sweet.
It reminds me of the polar bear, only red with all the color popping on it. So anyway,
I mean, this whole Raise the Sun thing is just awesome design.
Yeah, it reminds me of like Sun Studios where Elvis Presley recorded in Memphis. So anyways, I've seen that before.
I always think it's kind of cool. I always say, you have this old card, tobacco card or whatever, and then it has the old label on it. I don't know.
I know.
There's something about, that thing that probably was graded early, 2000s or whatever. And just kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of those cards, I should have got them out. I didn't, but some of mine that I've got are the highest graded. So I feel very blessed to have those in this set right here. So I got them Brockelman auctions. I don't know if you ever deal with them. Mm-hmm. They have some of this rare stuff, and I was able to grab some off of the last Brockelman auction. So
are they typically? I mean, it can't be too. I mean, I'm sure a 3 is a pretty high grade for those.
It
right?
is.
Yeah.
I've got a 5 and a 4.5 in some other ones, and those are the highest graded. So yeah, that's a really high. I haven't checked to see if that's the high. Does it say on there, John, if you scroll down, what's it say as far, because a lot of times it'll say in the paragraph, one of only 10 cards. This is the only card graded very good. There's 4 higher. So
yeah.
So this one's right in the middle. Yeah. And that don't matter to me when I'm doing this stuff. I'd rather have a nice one, but that's not necessary. I just need it. So one thing I noticed about just scrolling through the auction is after the Wagners are going up so much, there's a lot of them coming out of the woodwork. So there's a bunch of Wagners in this one. The one that I noticed that is really awesome is 897. you don't see them in this type of grade in a 5. Usually those things in the Brunner's backs, they're all bent and got part of it missing and maybe a rip. But I mean, that bad boy is centered. The eye appeal on that one's off the chart. So
What's the asterisk there? What is that supposed to mean? I don't see.
where's it at? I didn't see that.
Right next to the.
Oh,
This says reserve amount.
Yep. So it's got a $32,000 reserve.
Oh,
And
so no one has bid up to the reserve then yet.
yeah, but I mean they're estimating that thing be worth $50,000.
Yeah.
So apparently, I don't know whether people think it's trimmed, and that's why they're not going after it. And it's in that ugly holder, and they know they're going to get it reholdered, and they're scared it'll get authentic, and they're spending a lot of money for a card that won't grade out that high.
Yeah,
I don't know.
maybe, sometimes BVG, it could be a 3 or 4, who knows,
Yeah.
But
So they don't want to pay 5 prices, and I think at that 39,000 with the premium is a 5 price, or better. And maybe people are just scared of that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey,
Those-
Orlando's in here. Let's all say hello to Orlando. Awesome to see you in here, buddy.
Oh, hey, there
Yeah.
we go. Oh, well, let's catch up on the chat. Lots of people came in. We got Jake, Wax Pack Wisdom. We got David, Peacemaker Cards. Jim Thomas, Called Shot Cards. We got Dan's Vintage Baseball PC. Thank you, Dan. QCMC Joe, welcome. Sammy Thunder. Ted Kaczynski was not what I was aiming for, but it wasn't this gray the last time I grew a beard, but we got Random Esports 1323. Then there he is, Orlando. Great to have you healthy. Jacob Dahl is here, and Vintage Card Collector. Dahl is here. Oh,
We got Dave back, I think.
yeah. Do you have a YouTube window of this open, Dave? That's echoing now. Yeah. Do you have a YouTube window of this open, Dave?
Yeah, I'm having problems. Can you see me at all?
We can see you now.
All right. Okay.
All
I'm
right.
going to reconnect one more time.
Okay.
Okay.
Give me a second here.
I've never been a fan of the prices 5 years ago. I bet you look at this, they've really climbed in price.
Yeah,
Any of these,
all the
the
wagons.
Mathewson, yeah, all of them.
Yeah,
And
the
a lot of
Cobb.
them, like the Maddie, doesn't even look like Maddie.
Yeah.
So kind of generic a little bit, but that's just me.
Well, they always draw Wagner in these illustrated ones with a little tiny head and this big, huge body. But then when you see a picture of him, he kind of almost looks like that.
Yeah, you're right.
He had the big German shoulders and everything.
It's kind of hard to warm up to this issue for me.
Yeah.
It's just, the Brunner's is the most common back. There's 5 backs. There's Brunner's, Buttercrust, General Baking, and then the Martins and the Webbers, which are the hardest. And this is the easiest. And you go to these tables, Strongsville, whatever, some of your favorite guys, and they all have this, and they have no idea about the commonality of some of these backs. But for this price to basically be $32,000, that's pretty strong. I think I think his prices are stronger than they should be. And I have a feeling they're going to be coming down.
Yeah.
Personally.
Very, very possible.
I'm kind of surprised it's that he has a, buyer. It's at, 32 on a hold there. I'm really surprised it's that high reserve for that card.
Yeah.
Because like I said, you don't know. It's a BVG holder unless you maybe get a hold of them, get better pictures, but I don't,
Yeah.
it seems high, but that's just
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Well, you're bidding against Heritage and its employees, as
Yeah.
well as
Yeah.
everybody else. You have to remember
Yeah,
that.
that's right. Another one I think is cool is 800. Well, it's 118, 800 118. Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah,
The
that was one I
Mendelssohn,
was. Oh yeah,
man, that thing's awesome. But um,
the
so
Mendelssohn.
yeah, they were saying this one would get 50, and it's at 43 now. So it's not far off of it. But man, those Mendelssohns are so awesome. I learned about those by watching my buddy down there, Dave, at Blue Jacket 66 stuff. And he would talk about the Mendelssohn cars. There's that Shoeless Joe Jackson one that's so amazing. And, he's the one behind
Oh
the
yeah,
M101
one of those
Force
came up a
5.
few years ago. The Joe Jackson came up.
Yeah, I think there's only 2 of them. And one's kind of trimmed a lot.
I don't know.
So yeah, those are kind of rare. I mean, I don't know what wait, hold on. I looked that one up. That one, there's 8 of those that's been graded. So to me, that's rare, but it's pretty cool though. They said that's the first image of him as a Yankee. So I don't know how they know that because it looks to me like he's in a Boston Red Sox uniform, but
Well, yeah, it's still that Boston picture with the arm
Yeah,
blocking
still the Boston. It's
Boston.
the one with the Harrington and all that stuff. Harrington, the Thorpe, and
mhm.
Yeah.
yeah, the same image. So he's in Boston. That's a Boston uniform.
Yeah. So there was there, that one's a 17 through 20 issue. So I guess that's what they're talking about. It's his first Yankee card.
Well, he wasn't on the Yankees till 1920. So
Right. So it would have been right, but it says Yankees on it. Is my point. Did he have any other 1920 card? I know he had the 21 card, the American Caramel card, but I don't know any other ones. So maybe that's just what they're talking about.
Apparently, Andrew is saying there's a Boston version of this also.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
So apparently, this is a 1920 version then.
Yeah. Wow.
That's a beauty. I think, does it show the back there on the
Just looks like a blank back.
blank back? Okay.
Yeah, that's really cool though. And I love how they slabbed it.
Yeah,
so
most
big.
Bruce 1920 cards are strip cards.
Yeah.
Other than that head and home series or issue.
He's
Yeah,
got
that's
the
what I got
Eagle
as a 20
21.
strip card.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, what's next?
Well, there's 3 Bryce Williams in a row, and we saw a lot of those in the last REA. And I don't know whether those were way under comps as of this afternoon when I was looking at them.
I'd be interested in a Jimmy Collins one. So they were 3 in a row.
19. 819 is Jimmy Collins.
Yeah, that's supposedly, I think it might be his rookie card. He has a Sporting News one. That's the M101 or whatever that thing is.
Yeah.
The insert. This is and he Hall of Famer. He just doesn't have a lot of cards because he retired. I think he retired before, I don't know, 1909, 1908, somewhere in that general area. So that's pretty high grade for that with an ad back, right? I think it's an ad back to it.
Yeah, I wonder if whoever submitted these knew that near set was being submitted to REA last month. If I would have probably held off for a little bit longer rather than just following up that large grouping with.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. People have Bryce Williams or they kind of got a hangover from them, or they already spent their money on them.
And it has the back there, and just the quality of that one. I mean, those things are so thin. I mean, it's pretty incredible that it's survived all these years like that. So
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
a Rube Waddell 2 lots down. It's a 4, a PSA 4. Um,
and a plank too. I think the other
yeah,
one's
the plank's
has
a
the
2
plank.
point. That one has the gold sticker on it, y'all.
Yeah, there we
Yeah.
go.
That's how you can tell it looks good.
Yeah, if they didn't have that, I'd never known it.
I don't own one.
That's pretty
I don't
nice.
know.
Man, that's nice.
Yeah,
There's more to it.
another gold sticker. So that one's
That
at
is pretty
22.
Wow.
sweet looking. The plank.
Dave, do you have one of those? Those cards? The E107s?
Yeah.
You have one?
I do not have one.
Okay. Of
I
course,
know.
the Mathewson would be the gold standard. But that one, you're talking 100K plus, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember what that one in REA went for. It was a beater, but how much did that one go for? Did that one go for what did it go for? 670?
Yeah,
I can't remember.
So.
Yeah,
I know
pretty
somebody
bad.
at the National every year brings one he has, and he wants like 180K for it or something like that. It's more of a showcase item. So
Orlando was asking what we thought of this one, I think. Yeah. Oh, 129, not 29. Okay. Sorry. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wrote that one down too.
Dave has that one. I know that.
Yeah, I'll find it.
There's another one there that looks like it's trimmed or somebody just cut it or something. The same one, but it's it looks presentable.
Yeah, one card away.
presentable.
Yeah.
But man, it's a whole lot cheaper.
Heck yeah. I mean, I didn't go for it, but it looks great. It's just somebody ripped it or whatever, or
Yeah, if you want to save 10 grand.
You want to save a lot of money.
Yeah, I agree. I would
I
do
think
that.
it looks fantastic. I think that one looks fantastic. You know what you're getting,
There we go.
Yeah, look at this.
Oh,
Whoops.
Oh yeah, look at that. I can see his face. Awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. So yeah, I got the Cobb was the first I got of this issue, and then I got Ruth and the Walter Johnson. And if you can get those three, you can do the set.
Yeah.
Because you see them come up. It's not a huge set.
Yeah.
Well, there's a partial set available in this, I think. I think it's a couple of lots down where you can buy the lot. Or maybe I'm thinking of another. Yeah. What is that? Well,
come
get
on.
out of the way, Willie.
So did you guys look at the PSA 2 Ramley Walter Johnson?
Yeah,
Not
we
yet.
hadn't looked at it
You
yet.
looked at that yet?
No, but it's nice. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
we
isn't that?
got 4 Hall of Famers at least.
Yeah, and the price is only $1,500. That's not
What is
crazy.
Frisch, Carey, Roush, and Schalk?
Yeah.
That's a good deal right
What's
there.
what's
Right now.
the history of those cards, Dave? Do you know? I'm sure you do.
Well, Oxford, Pennsylvania, Oxford Confectionery, it was in line with actually all of those. I mean, Bryce Williams, they're 3 candy stores down from Oxford Confectionery came from Bryce Williams. Bryce Williams, I can't remember who they sold to, and then Oxford Confectionery. They say that they were wrapped in the candy. They weren't wrapped in the candy. But I have no idea how they were distributed.
Wow.
But I don't think they're known for candy stains, and they're really fine paper. But you clearly got them in a box of candy or with candy.
Wow.
I think that's a steal of a deal right now. It's probably going to go a lot higher, but for all 9 of those.
What's it at now?
It's at
Oh,
12.
all 9. Yeah.
Well, 15.25 with the juice.
That's nothing for those.
Yeah,
You
that's
can't hardly buy
nothing.
a 1980 top set for that. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think these 4 Hall of Famers sold individually could fetch more than that.
For sure.
Yeah. So somebody jump on that. Let's go.
I know.
All right.
You want to look at that Ramley?
Sure.
It's
What
number
lot
20.
number? have we
Yeah,
got
it
there?
seems to be 800-27.
It's a pretty one.
Almost 19K.
Yeah,
with
right.
the juice.
That's in somebody's wheelhouse at a 2, and it looks beautiful. I don't know what it's going to go for, but that current price to me sounds like a deal right there. But
Yeah,
We'll see how it
25,000
goes.
is close to where it should be. So yeah, it'll go up a little bit and extended, but it's right. If you could get it for that, that would be a good deal. I'm gonna get me one of them one day. I just think I can't do it right now.
That's in the Hall of Fame.
it'd
Card
probably be
Hall
one of the
Fame
most
this year.
popular.
Oh yeah, recent inductee
that?
to raise Card Hall of Fame there.
Raised Card Hall of Fame. That should have been in a long time ago.
Yeah, I
Really?
should have. I voted for it previous years.
Yeah, that's a beauty.
Problem with the set is there's no Wagner, Mathewson, Cobb. Just I don't know what the deal was.
Yeah, it is
But-
weird.
As it is, I
Like,
mean,
you got
such a
Plank and you
unique
got
design.
Johnson and Eddie Collins. I don't know why these other guys aren't in this set.
Yeah, it is strange.
That's the key
It's-
card, though, right there. That's the key card.
What that is a 1909, right?
That's
That's his rookie card. That's his rookie card.
Right, but isn't that
Yeah.
a 1909 set?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what he'd even title it, 1909 T204 Ramley,
Oh, okay. I can't see that. I ain't got my glasses on.
Yeah.
right there.
And I think I have a concussion, but other than that, we're good.
I almost bought one at the National from, oh God, I can't remember the guy's name, but I think it was he wanted 10. It was a 1 with some little bit of creasing. So Tony's
No,
Trey.
Andrew
Tony
Neff
Trey.
said Cards has one. He has a
Yeah,
a
Yeah.
Johnson.
yeah.
Don't buy from Tony Trade unless you want to pay
I know
double.
he doubled. That's why I didn't do that, but he had one.
All right. Where are we going next, guys?
I'm not into team
Here's
cards.
something.
Go ahead, Dave.
I help me figure this one out. Lot 80687.
Wow.
Jesus.
I don't get that,
Now-
man.
Help me figure. Just tell me where how a 1948 Bowman pack.
I guess because it has a number 7 on the flip there, which is crazy to me how they grade those.
And what are you going to get? A PSA 8 usual? So
I know.
where is
Makes
the
no
value
sense.
in that? I don't understand that at all.
I don't either.
I honestly cannot understand. Maybe there's some logic there. I see. I never understood paying more for a pack than a high grade of the best card you could possibly get in that. I never understood that.
I mean, if you were paying that for a really nice unopened pack of 52 tops, high series, I could see it, because if you're a gambler, you're thinking maybe there's a mantle, but you're never going to open it. So That's what makes it ridiculous to me. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I saw this. It's scratching my head, and I just can't figure it out. I mean, if that was $15,000, I'd actually be scratching my head a little bit on it. So I must be missing something, but I have no idea what it could possibly be.
Yeah, Dan's saying
Unless
the
someone
value
thinks
is
they're
the
gonna get
rarity
it-
of the unopened pack, but
Yeah,
I don't see the
it
appeal.
ain't there. I guess, yeah. Maybe,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Maybe it's just all in the.
But at least the cards are something
I don't
more to
know.
admire visually. This is not exciting.
Here's the thing: most unopened packs, in my eyes, a lot of the value is just like packs these days. Do you have a big hit in it? I don't know. I cannot. To me, that's insane to pay $90,000 for that. But there's a lot of insanity in sports card collecting for sure.
Yeah, I guess it's
I don't
just a
see
niche.
it, but
Oh, congrats, Jason. Looks like graduating from college. Is that what Jason's got there?
Oh wow! Congrats, Jace.
Because he's in Lawrence, Kansas, is what he's saying.
Yeah, she
hey,
goes
you,
to
Jayhawk.
UConn.
There you go. I guess card collectors won't understand, is what.
Is that a
Dan says.
PSA register?
Yeah, well, I know. I get that. I get that. But yeah.
Do they have
All right.
I get
PSA
it.
registry for packs?
Yeah, somebody said that they did.
All right, we got another lot number to check out from Jacob Dahl. Let's see what he's got here. 80913. They
Oh,
cut
wow.
up his USF something or other.
Wow.
Huh? Why would
Gear
they do
there.
that? That's a high price too, buddy. Is that one of those 1 of 1 thing? Oh, it's 4 of 7. Wow.
Hmm.
I guess it's one of them things you can put them all together and spell the name out or something.
USF's right around the corner from me. Yeah. They used to be a great basketball with
Yeah.
Bill Russell and just a fantastic teams. And
They were one of the first colleges like that just had amazing black players, weren't they? That
yeah.
and they would just go out and kick everybody's butt. That's awesome.
What about 80185? See where this is at.
Those 185.
80185.
Oh, Worldwide Gum DiMaggio.
Yes.
I hate that card.
You hate it.
Yeah, it's a long story.
All right.
Apparently, Greg needs some glasses.
So I had that card at one time. In that big heist that happened last year in Dallas when the Ash's case was stolen, guess where the card was? I had consigned it to him, and it is somebody has it. Insurance paid it. So here I'm going to just throw out a little plug for CIS Insurance. They paid me.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but I don't own a DiMaggio anymore, and that's why, because it brings back bad memories. But I'll get over it.
Oh man.
But yeah, every one of these that come up on auction, and they're pretty, they're not a lot of them out there. They're scarce. I check every one of them on the centering. There was a little spot by his right ear on mine. Mine was a SG. Mine was a 4. It was a really nice one. It was a $60,000 card. But yeah, I was consigned it to him so I could get money to buy a Joe Jackson card, and then it was gone. So it is what it is.
Oh man.
Well, we'll look for it. Now we know. So where's
Yeah.
the spot?
So
where'd you say the spot was?
did they reimburse you based on your evaluation, or did they?
Yeah,
check
that's another story. So for you guys
PCP?
out there that
Uh-huh.
have expensive cards and you have it on insurance, anything over $25,000, you got to have it on a separate line item. I didn't read the small
Yeah.
print, so mine, I didn't do that with this one. And so they would pay me up to 25,000, and they covered that, and Ash covered the rest. So Ash was a stand-up dude and made me whole. So
There are no current sponsors for the
Wow.
stream. I don't normally do this, but if anybody watching is not subscribed, please subscribe. I am so close to that magic
Yeah.
1K number. I can almost taste the small trickle of Google money coming to me.
Very small.
Yeah.
So Jacob Dahl wants to look at 81014. And yeah, put John over 1,000. He deserves it. This man works hard, does all these live streams and everything else. He should have already been there a long time ago.
Oh, 810. Oh, is that something for tomorrow then?
Yeah, the football cards I think are tomorrow.
Oh, sorry. 81014. All right. Oh yeah, Bronco Nagurski. That's a classic.
Yeah, and it's
Oh wait,
going
that
for
one's
big
still
money.
today.
Oh, it is. Okay.
I thought everything was 8-0 today.
Now you're talking Greg Miller. I see he's in the chat. He's the football card guy, him in Orlando. So yeah, what
It's
did
going
they
for that much, huh? I didn't realize it's going for. That's a lot of
Well,
money.
Yeah, scroll down to the bottom, see what they're estimating the worth on that thing is.
20,000 and up.
Yeah,
So it's
that's what I
already
thought. I thought
cleared
it was
that.
already over comps.
Because we're
That
already
card,
33 with the juice.
every time you see one of those in an auction lately, it's going over comps. So
I had
that's
no
a hot-
idea.
yeah, that's a big one. And there's a lot of the National Chickle football cards in this auction. It's probably right next to this one. That really, I would have thought would have been a lot more expensive, but those cards are absolutely gorgeous. I mean, look at the color on that thing. Reminds me a lot, of the Diamond Stars, but just so pretty.
Oh yeah. Well, same manufacturer. So
Yeah.
yeah. So,
So
it
I
makes
have-
sense.
I have one. How about 8297? 8297. Dave has this card. I have this card, but not this high a grade.
Oh yeah, that's a high grade on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's the highest grade, isn't it? I don't know.
Oh, what do they say?
Pop,
Only one
Oh,
higher.
there's that 9.
is there 9?
Yeah.
The 9 had to have been not ever with the hot dogs, right?
Kind of
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, right.
mantle.
A lot of it's just a ballpark or a backdoor one. Yeah. It wasn't packaged, but
That's a pretty one.
Pop 2, 1 higher. Must be the 9, 1 higher.
yeah.
That's a beauty.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Look at that back.
Yeah, it's clean.
Yeah, it's crisp.
Very crisp.
And it's the 54, which is tough. Yeah.
Yeah, Orlando said that.
They changed
set I
their
was talking
giveaways
about.
on the back of those from year to year.
Yeah, the National Chickle football set is available without the Bronco. That's why it's cheaper. So
Just a little off center.
In the
Darn-
same auction?
yeah,
Well,
It's
we'll
probably
have
the
to-
same consigner. He probably just pulled it out.
right
yeah,
there.
there it is.
The
It's one short.
one short, which is that
Yeah.
card, and the rest of the set's going for 13 versus this one.
Man, they're pretty.
Yeah.
That one's got the Newt Rockney and some other big cards in it. It ain't just the Bronco. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm starting to really pay attention to these vintage football sets too, man. I haven't really got into that, but man, the more I see them, the more I like them.
Oh, yeah, these are great with the whole Diamond Star style look.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
The leather helmets.
Yeah. I like Newt Rockney's haircut he's got down there. Reminds me of me. Yeah, those are cool.
All right. All right, where are we headed next?
There was a lot of
Do this one for
go ahead, Dave.
do this one for Rick. 80101. Unless you did it when I was offline there.
We did not.
Oh,
Get it, Rick.
jeez.
What
I
are they
love that.
Pretty
expecting?
good one.
It's beautiful.
They're expecting 8 and up, and it is 7K with the juice. So it's nowhere close to what they're expecting with
One of these days.
Yeah, only 6 players in the set. They probably came from the company. They probably were mailed.
So I'm,
Like the W600s.
I see these and I think they're beautiful. And somebody at Strongsville, one of the dealers, had some of these, and he was telling us that the reason, and I'd never heard this before, I thought they were called cabinet cards because I sell cabinets. It looks like a cabinet door, and the panel is the player. It's kind of like built into a cabinet. And he said no, they were called cabinet cards because they were so big that people would lean them up in like their China hutch cabinet. So they called them
that's what I always heard.
So I didn't know that.
People display them like that.
Yeah, they displayed them in cabinets. So I never
Because
knew
a lot
that.
of them are cabinet photos. I have some, they would call them cabinet photos to some of the, even non-athletes,
Yeah.
All right. Welcome, Ruben Snyder, to the club here.
I have
Yay.
one. It's
we got a question from David Bussell for you, Rick. Do you know about the Matheson 1915 Baseball Magazine supplement in the April edition, park issue only?
if I saw the, not offhand. How about Dave? Have you?
What's that?
I've probably seen it. I think so, but I can't. I think I can picture it.
Oh, yeah, I got that.
Yeah.
It's just a follow-through pitching pose.
Yeah.
I have it. It's very. It's in less than poor condition. I think it's missing most of the upper border.
So I have one here, 8519. It's a modern card. To us, it's a modern card. How's that? 8519.
A 7 in a Venezuelan.
Wow, and it's a mantle. Top of that.
Very low pop, I bet. If you would, 20 years ago, 10 years ago, if you would say this card's going at 21K right now, you'd say, what are you smoking?
So back then, were these
Yeah.
looked down on because they were kind of dull looking, or what was the deal back then on the Venezuelans? Or did nobody even care about them at all?
Dave, I didn't care about them, but I don't.
I don't know. Yeah, I didn't have any interest in them. Still don't. But
Yeah.
But that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure is.
Sammy Thunder wants to know if that has Venezuelan print on the bottom. Yep.
Yeah.
There it is. Hecho
Sammy
en
knows these cards.
Venezuela.
Yeah, Sammy knows his Vinnies.
Is that has to be the highest, right, for pop? I mean,
It's the only card graded near mint with none rated higher.
Wow.
They're guessing 30K and up, and it's a bit short of that at this point. All right. We did get a question prior to that of would any of you guys take the Griffey Credentials over the Gowdy Ruth PSA 8? I'm a vintage guy and I would.
I don't know what the Griffey Credentials is.
Yeah, I don't even know the 90s cards enough to know what that is.
Yeah. So you're talking a different language to me. I'd have to look it up.
Yeah.
I think I would take either one and sell it and then be able to actually fully complete my goal project as opposed to probably not being able to in my lifetime.
Yeah.
Especially when Joe Jackson gets in the Hall of Fame. Then I'm screwed.
It's not going to make a damn difference. There's going to be no price differences in any of that. Joe Jackson.
Yeah, I know. I'm already screwed buying his card. It's just then that he would actually be in the Hall of Fame, which is what I'm trying to collect.
And not going down, but I don't think that they're going to get any price bump because of that.
It's probably better he doesn't make the
that
Hall.
collects baseball cards and Joe Jackson cards who that makes any difference whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, I've got Joe Jackson cards.
Just like Willie Mays. Yes, he did die. We all knew he was going to die. There was no difference in his price of his cards.
Yeah,
for the most part.
Yeah. All right,
Jackie Robinson, 50th anniversary, no difference. Black Sox, 100th anniversary, no difference.
That's true. No,
yeah.
Go to 137.
All right.
This card was way under comps at 5 o'clock today when I looked at it. They were saying this should go for $100,000, and it's only halfway there, or a little over halfway.
Yeah, it's still way under that with only 12 minutes left till extended.
Yeah, and people say that's his true rookie, even though it's a postcard.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you got $50,000 laying around or 60, that would be something to buy if you want something under comps.
Yeah, about 3 years ago, this was a hot card. I don't know if it still is, but
that one just missed being in the Card Hall of Fame. I don't know how you don't vote that, or did it make it? I think it just missed it.
I think it was in the next 5 that didn't make it in.
I can't believe you wouldn't vote that one in there. That's ridiculous, but that's just me.
But,
speaking of Gehrig, there is a nice, I think, Gowdy Gehrig. Let's just look at it because it's 801.50.
Yeah, it's a pretty one. Look at the registration on that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty nice.
Yeah, zoom in on that bad boy. If you can read the NY on his cap, you got a good one. Oh, yeah. That's pretty nice right there.
That is a nice one.
Yeah.
And just a little wrinkle there. And so it's like nothing in the main part is bad at all. That's gorgeous.
Yeah. The registration's awesome for a 3. That's really good. You get a good
it's
card
one of those new PSAs, so SGC would make it a 4 or 5, right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's a pretty one.
Looks like a 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
What's that at now?
I thought it was, yeah, 77.3K with the juice.
So the next bid's at 7,600.
That's a beauty.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Orlando,
Coloring, the big league coloring. Man, that's it. Look,
Orlando's got one he wants to look at. 80132. Oh yeah, I was going to bring those up. So, and then the next one, 133, but they're both rare back Cobbs. I don't know anything about them. Maybe Dave does.
Yeah, because it looks just like what the E121 throwing.
Yeah, it does. And then there's another one with the same front, but it's got a different back, and they're both like pop one.
Yeah, that
I think
gas
that
is
one's a
bred.
pop
That's a rare. That's a pretty rare back for sure.
Because what are they guessing?
I think it hurts it a little bit
15
that he's
and
not
up.
a playing days card. He's a manager card.
Which one?
This one, he's
No.
manager
Yeah, it's got
at this
he's
point.
got manager, but he was playing. He
Well,
was
it's
a player
manager till 27. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had a really high batting average that year too. I looked that up because I've got the E121. And I wanted to see, was he a washed up dude then? But he wasn't. I think he hit like 370 that year or something stupid. He was.
Yeah, he didn't retire till 27, 28, I think, right?
Yeah. So, yeah, go to the next lot, see what that back is. That's
he
another.
took over managing what when Jennings was retired. Is that what it amounted to?
Yeah, and then he had that betting scandal with Tris Speaker, and they kind of forced him to retire. And then he played his trump card that he knew a bunch of dirt on people, and he basically said, look, you gonna let me back in, or I'm gonna go in my safe deposit box and bring out some paperwork that's gonna really upset some people. So they let him come back, and that's why he ended up with the Philadelphia Athletics. That's why he didn't finish his career with the Tigers. But yeah, him and Tris Speaker decided to throw one game at the end of the season when Speaker was managing Cleveland. And that's why Speaker ended up with the A's as well. They ended up on the same team together for that reason.
So what's where are we headed next? You had another number, I thought.
I have 80077. 80077. Now that's not Cy Young. That's Irv Young. And this card would probably be $150, $200 card if it was just if it was just Irv Young, saying Irv Young. But it's at over 1,000 right now because of the the Cy Young on the bottom there.
Yeah, that's just stupid.
What's the back of that one look like? Just blank? Oh, wow. Checklist back.
I don't understand why you'd want to pay that much for a Irv Young picture.
Yeah.
I guess people don't realize that's not him.
But it's kind of interesting that Heritage, they says Cy Young, and then at the very bottom in the description, it does mention it's Irv Young, so.
Yeah.
They're just fooling people.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I wouldn't do it either. I don't know. I mean, that's a $150 card, maybe,
Not that strong.
On a common player.
Yeah.
Over 1,000 right now. He doesn't even throw the same way. He's left-handed.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like him, though. A little bit, you'd say. Yeah.
There's a really, really nice E121 Ruth. It's a 120 is the number on it.
Okay.
It's one of the highest graded ones. Where's that one at right now?
74K with the juice.
Yeah, they estimated 80.
That's a beauty.
Yeah, it is. It's wild to me how it always has those black, like out of focus thing on the border, left and right. They always have that. But that's the same exact image as the Mendelssohn, right?
Looks like it. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, that photo's on a lot of cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
8 short years ago, that's a pretty affordable card for a Ruth card.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
No, not in a 4.5, especially. I got mine in a 1. Let me see if I can find it. A 1.5. I did the what I like to do with the eye appeal. So 1.5 didn't cost me what that one cost because of this. Heck yeah.
There you go.
That's what I like. I can still read it and
yeah.
everything. It just has the glue on it. So it got the highest you could possibly get. It's
I
got a
noticed
little,
yours says right field and this one says left field, doesn't it?
well, they got Babe in parentheses. They got regular Babe,
yeah.
and they got George. There's 3 different cards in that set, and they're different rarities. So yeah,
Okay.
that's the George Ruth.
All right, everybody's got 3.5 minutes, so you'll be locked out of bidding if you haven't bid on anything you want. So,
Is anyone in the chat bidding on anything? Did they say?
not recently.
There's one of the prettiest leaf jackies in this one too. It's 217. It's beautiful. It's a 5. Bright, centered. Look at that bad boy. Registration is really nice. It's one of the early printed ones because it has the texture on his hat. But yeah, 30 grand.
Wow.
All
Yep.
right. Lou's not bidding on anything.
So the normal comp on a 5 is about 16 to 18. That one is getting an eye appeal tax on it because that's so much nicer than what
Welcome,
you know.
Stephen, with a PH. He
We woke
gets,
him up.
There's like a signal in the sky that lights up with any mentions Jackie. So
Steve's like, what? What?
he's got his own Jackie sort of bat thing. So
Yeah.
Greg made the mistake of asking his wife if he was going to bid on anything. So she said no.
Man, that's a beauty. Holy smokes, man.
Yeah, it's absolutely
Prices
gorgeous.
of these have come down for sure.
Well, not because Steven's done buying most of them. He's done driving the prices up.
Yeah, vintage card collector asked about these putting estimate values impacts the final sale.
So
You know,
I can tell you
Heritage
in
having
the
the
past,
ability to bid on the cards influences the sale. I'll tell you that. But
yeah.
yeah, I find their estimates pretty interesting sometimes. It
I think
probably does influence the sale.
I think most auction houses have a estimate, right?
No,
Yeah.
REA does not.
REA doesn't. I think Golden does and Heritage does, and those are the 2 that can shield bid
The
it too.
shadier ones like to put it in there, is what you're saying.
Yeah, but you know, when I've done comps in the past, they're pretty close. There's some that'll be off, but like this one, there's no way this is a regular comped card. It's too nice for a 5, so it's gonna be
Well,
higher.
yeah, 16K and up. I'm not in the market. Is that?
So I'll tell you, this one right here.
It's much higher than that.
Let me
So.
show you mine real quick. So this one is a 4.5, and it's about a $13,000 comp card by grade, and it's very similar.
Come on, mouse. There we go.
So
It's a beauty. Holy.
it's very similar. It's got the little sticker on it, but
Well, that's how you know it looks good, Tony.
I think that one right there, if that one sells for what it's going for right now, it means really good stuff for mine.
Extended bidding just started.
All right, I gotta get busy then.
So if anybody's hiding lots they're bidding on because they don't want other people to jump on them, no one else new can
All
jump
right,
on
yeah.
them.
So now that extended bidding's started, we can look at my card, 80193. To me, the most exciting card in the auction.
Whoop whoop. You getting it?
I don't know. I'll decide in about 28 minutes.
Well, where's mine? Where's
Yeah, Williams
the,
rookie issue.
where's
What's
mine?
that?
I was gonna say I'm gonna look up mine. What the hell's the number? Oh,
Yeah.
it was 8105. My Cy Young. Wow,
Hasn't moved since we
that's
last
a good
saw
deal
it.
right now.
Yeah.
That's a steal of a deal. Now it's gonna go higher, but that's. What did they have the estimate on that one?
1,000 is what they get.
1,000. Yeah. Maybe because it's authentic, you know, the border there on the one side's kind of cut. But beggars can't be
you got to
choosers,
take what
man.
you can get on those ones.
Yeah.
I'm winning my Red Sun back card right now. So
Has that moved much from the 400 something?
yeah, somebody outbid me, and then I just went over and found out where they were, and now I'm winning. So we'll see how bad they want it. But I'm still, they've got the estimate at 1,500, which is about right. I'm at with the juice about 1,000 right now. So we'll see. Hopefully I'll hold on to it.
So will you pay me $500 not to run it up to 2,000?
Did you already put a bid on it?
No. I know you want it though. So I'm trying to extort some money out of you.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm doing these auction shows, I need to start a business of me buying cards for people since I don't have any sales tax in Oregon. So
There
Yeah.
you go.
There's already people doing that.
That's why PWCC was in Oregon, right?
probably.
Hey, are you high bidder on that one, Rick?
Yeah. Are you bidding on it?
All right. No, just watching. Just keep an eye and see if someone bids again, how late they bid.
Yeah.
If they
I'd
bid
imagine.
really, really late. You're just bidding against one other person.
Yeah, I'd imagine. I had no idea what it's worth, you know. I'm thinking somewhere in the
Yeah.
1,000, 1,200, 13, 14, I don't know, somewhere in that general area. But I have no idea.
All right. Looks like Matt from the Card Story's got a couple things going. I'm guessing maybe some Cobb action. Let's see what he's got. 80. What's that? 143. Oh, a Hornsby. That's a nice looking version of those. A 7.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, those are all blank backs, so nothing exciting to see on the back there. But
So those
Yeah.
are in strips, right?
Yeah.
Strips of how many?
3.
yeah, I thought it was 3.
Vertical 3.
Because I've seen the panels being sold
Vertical?
before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's you see the dotted line evidence there where they cut that one. So
I think that's a pretty good deal.
that
For a
is seem
7?
like a good deal at this point for a 7. What are they estimating? 1,000 up. So
Yeah.
good luck, Matt. He's got a second one listed here. What's that? 22. Oh, there's Ty Cobb, like I thought there with a postcard.
I love that card. I think it's so cool looking.
That's a cool shot.
Yeah.
So he has a fielding and a batting pose in that set.
Yeah. And you know, I'm not big on team cards, but there's a team card number 26
8,000 guess, and it's
that shows
64.
a rookie Cobb in the picture. It is so cool.
Yeah, good luck on those, Matt. Those are both cool items. Anything else to go to check in on?
How about the 80074? If you're looking for kind of an image of Cobb you don't see every day, this is a kind of, you know, that one there.
Yeah, that's a nice one too. I had that one on my list. Yep. And
So what
yeah.
that 7 went in REA. What did that go for last month? Do you remember? We looked at that one that was just stunning.
I bet I got it in my list. I don't know, but it was pretty expensive.
Yeah, and more often than not, you see this in the 1 to 3 range, and this is a really nice. I had it on my list. I still do. Very nice, big borders. Really nice.
Orlando's got the Cobb team card you mentioned, and he apparently has this one too.
Oh wow. Yeah, show that team card. It is so cool. It's number 26.
Okay.
And
after we do that, looks like Robert Love has a card he's going for that we'll show here in a second.
So zoom in on the card. Cobb is in the middle right there. Zoom in on that and look at his face. If you know the story of Ty Cobb and how bad he was hazed, look at his face right there.
He is pissed off.
Yeah. That is the story of his rookie year right there. They cut his bats up. He would wear straw hats and they would stick their fists through the top of the hat and break it. They treated him like crap. And then what made it worse, most guys would just take it, not him. He wasn't going to take it. It's kind of like
Jennings there in the bottom.
Yeah.
Jennings.
Sam Crawford's in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's Jennings. Sam Crawford is up top somewhere, I believe. There's Crawford, third from the left, I believe. Yeah, right there. So, yeah, there's some good players in that one.
Yeah.
That was in great shape too, man.
That was, yes.
A 4.5. Yeah, that's crazy good.
What's the price on that one right now?
It is at 31.72 with the juice. That seems low for how good that looks.
They had estimated at 3, and I think people try to stay where it is.
Team cards don't sell that high, huh?
No, but that one's awesome. I just like the image of Cobb in it.
That is a great one. All right. So let's go to this one here. 72. The Honus Wagner, Philadelphia Caramel.
Yeah. Now that one, if you zoom in on it, right at his waistline, it's either a rip or a really strong crease. I couldn't figure out if they called it altered because of that, or authentic, or was it trimmed? They don't tell you, but it could be trimmed too. Or what is that at the bottom between his legs? There's a mark.
Was that a paper loss?
Yeah, maybe that's why it is then. I didn't notice that the first time.
Yeah. That's not why it's altered.
Yeah.
I mean, that wouldn't be altered. That might be.
It says authentic. Oh, it's authentic altered. So that means it's trimmed.
Yeah, I mean, that would be a 1 grade with the paper loss, probably, but because then what's the back got?
Those corners look too nice.
Yeah, they do. Those aren't honest corners.
Yeah, I'm guessing whatever alteration took place a long time ago. Be like the scrapbook insertion, maybe,
Yeah.
with it having the glue damage. So it's not like it's
There's a 3.5 in this auction of the same card.
card trimmer card. So that's 100+ year ago alteration.
Yeah, the 3.5 is nice. Check that one out, John. It's
Oh
I think
yeah,
it's
I
the
did
next.
see that one.
Yeah, it's the next lot over.
It's only 17K. So yeah, the alteration saves you a little money and the back damage
Yeah,
and such.
right.
That's steep for this one. So
I've actually come around on these authentic cards. I was always, no way, I'm never going to get authentic or something, but kind of changed my thinking on some of these higher end cards.
real and you own the card. I mean,
Yeah.
good luck, Robert Love. Is that wasn't that Kevin Love's dad's name is Bob Love? No.
That's it. That was his uncle, wasn't it? The Beach Boy guy.
No, I'm talking about Kevin Love, the basketball
Brian
player. I thought his dad was also about NBA or Bob Love. So.
Oh no. But his uncle was on the Beach Boys.
Mm.
Huh. Yeah,
'Cause,
Greg said he's got back damage and I'm heavily altered, yet I'm still affordable.
Well, unfortunately, Tony got some back damage today, maybe. So
Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anyone you want to
So,
go back on
I'm
that
s-
we mentioned? You know, I don't know.
yeah, what's next to check?
Everything's. I don't see anything getting bids and extend. Not much bidding going on and extending for what we've been watching. Although that Ramley Johnson has gotten some bids. Everything else is stabilized. We'll see. 17 minutes left for yours, right, Rick?
Yeah, I don't even know what.
Oh,
How's it work? If somebody bids on it, then what?
Dan Love. Okay, there we go.
What happens
Mike
if
Love
somebody
is the
bids
Beach
on
Boys.
it?
We got Rick Acosta.
Goes back up to
collection.
30.
30 minutes again? Okay.
Yeah.
What's the one, the auction
This
house?
kind of
that
feels like
lasts all night.
feels like too
which
much
one
time.
is it? Love of the Game. Which is the one that lasts like the wee hours of the morning? You know, I go to bed, go
Memory
to the
Lane
bathroom,
and
I'm
Mile
looking,
High
and it's
last
still going on
forever.
Yeah, they do.
And I'm on the West Coast. I'm like 2 o'clock in the morning, West Coast time. It's still going on. One of them is that Mile High.
Yeah. Then REA used to do that too. Used to be
I don't
terrible.
understand that mentality. You would think if they had it in prime time for more of the whole country that they'd get higher ultimately prices out of it. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to stay up really late for those, but no more.
There's a Cotton Cigarettes Ty Cobb. It's number 96. It was beat up pretty bad, but I mean, you don't see those all the time. Those are usually beat up. Where's that one at right now?
6.9K with the premium.
Yeah.
That was another ball kicker right there, man. I could have had one of those for maybe 2K and a one that looked presentable.
Oh no.
Dummy. How about the Oxford, the lot, the one that had the 9 of them? The 9 cards that were for 1,200 or something like that.
Yeah.
Still
The
around there?
Oxford
That's
confectionery.
a steal of a deal. If it's
What number are we at for that one?
oh, I don't remember. Darn it.
I'll find it. It was right around 128. That's what the Ruth was.
All right. Well, I can pull it easily from that by scrolling the top bar thing.
Yeah. There it is.
So we're at 2.2K with the juice now.
Anybody in the chat on that one?
Still a good deal.
Yeah.
I think what do they average?
People are
Probably
bidding on it. There's
Yeah,
$300,
it's
$400
up for 30
apiece.
minutes again recently.
See you, Orlando. Get some sleep, buddy.
yeah. Good
Good
night.
night, Orlando.
Aren't they for the 2.5? Those are decent grades for those cards. I mean, you're probably talking what? I'm just throwing it out there, $300 to $500 for each of them.
Yeah, if you could sell them.
And then look at it. So 18 still a good deal, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to comp something
Or
like
2000.
that.
Yeah, I got one, and that was a minor Hall of Famer like this that was an authentic for $100. So yeah, when you get actually to number grades, you're probably in the right ballpark there.
They're interesting. They're selling them that way too. I don't know.
Yeah, I would think they would sell the Hall of Famers individually at least. So, but all right, we are winding down with time here. Anything else that would be cool to look at?
See if that Gehrig rookie came up any. It's 130, 137, the exhibit Gehrig. Because it was so far under comps. Yeah, it's coming up to 80.
It is coming up, yeah. We're up to 79.3K.
It was under 60 a while ago.
With the 100K guess, yeah. Although we're halfway through the 30 minutes on it, so.
Yeah. I know how that works, though. As long as there's two people, some of them will let it go down to 1 minute and put a bid on there.
Oh, we got Steel City with a number in the chat for us.
Yeah.
Oh, back to this one. We got competitors in the chat here on this card. Oh, Matt, I had a placer bid on something and I am not pursuing. So I thought
Ramley Johnson's up to 22.
I thought that Pastel Mathewson was kind of interesting, just different looking card. I forget which lot number that was.
It was it was like the Sporting News back, but it almost had a pink hue to it. Sporting Life, I mean, that was right around number 86 because there was a Sporting Life Wagner that was 86.
Yeah, it has that pastel or the blue background.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, it was right next to that one. That was the one I thought was somewhat interesting. So
yeah. Yeah, that's wild looking.
You got that one, Rick?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to have that one. I hadn't pulled the trigger on one. What's the?
And that one something's wrong with that.
Yeah,
that is faded. That is terribly sun faded.
Yeah. What's the back look like on that one? So you got a bunch of junk on it.
No, it's just there. You go.
Yeah. Who knows what that card's been through? Pull up the Wagner next door. See what it's going for since those Wagners have been going crazy lately. I've got that one.
12.2K with their 22% juice.
Yeah, that's not as much as I thought it'd be. What'd they have that one at?
Back looks nice on that one.
That at 10, so it's higher than what they comped it at. So that's another example of those Wagners going crazy.
Those are coming out of the woodwork.
Yeah, here's mine.
Oh, let me get your solo there. Dang.
So it's pretty centered. There's really not any flaws on it. It's just got it's got the honest corners.
Those are great cards, man. Those Sporting Life cards.
Yeah.
Fantastic cards. The back's really cool too. Affordable for most players.
Yeah.
This auction has a lot of really good cards that are expensive, but not a whole lot of cards like that REA where it had $100,000 cards all over the place. So,
oh yeah, the spring REA was massive for cards. Yeah. This one seems to be memorabilia heavier.
Yeah, it does.
With the multi.
I think Golden has a big vintage next month, big auction.
Yeah, they've got their big vintage auction, and then they have the Golden 100, which has some pretty big vintage cards in it, and then it's got all the other modern stuff too. But so yeah, they've got some serious stuff.
I'd like to get the Cobb in the Sporting Life. That's one of my goals.
Yeah, I need that one too. I love the Sporting Life cards. They're really cool looking. I'd like to get the blue Wagner too. The blue background, I think it's awesome looking. The blue pastel one. And
I think I got. Let me see.
Yeah, Andrew is agreeing that the upcoming Golden is loaded.
Yep. There's one in that Golden 100. Well, I don't know if I'm after it yet, but I'm thinking about going after it. I got a bid on it.
I haven't looked. So there's some really good cards, huh?
Yeah.
There's a deal for what a very miscut, altered Wagner.
Again, little head, big body. But if you see the picture that that was made off of, that's kind of what he looks like.
Yeah.
He does have a weird body.
Yeah. Dude was a freak, man. They said he was so bow-legged.
Looks like he's 100 years old at age 25,
Yeah.
Right.
Kind of like Joe Jackson in some of his cards.
All right. Any other cards to check out?
There are some Coca-Cola tips cards, a set of them. I think there's one also a maze too. Those Coca-Cola,
I don't think there's a maze, but I did see that set of plain tips.
Okay. I thought there was a maze that was not in that set, but just individual.
Yeah, I think the maze didn't have the tip on it.
Okay.
No, the maze is. Now I have the maze. The maze is that. I'll show you. Oh. The maze is a test.
Okay, no, what am I thinking of then? I'm sorry. You're right. It was just a set of whatever year that was, and it had more minor.
Yeah, so maze. He ended up not being in the set.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It had. I don't know. Yeah, you're right. It had like Hall of Famers, but not no maze or any of the prime time.
Yeah, I mean the Rizzuto, I think he had a couple tests.
All right, we're almost to 8:30. Is anybody's lots about to be won, or
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this.
My phone's like at 7% right now. Hopefully I can make it. So it's at 8105. Am I still in the? I haven't even looked. Is it still at 5 something or?
it has
Yeah.
not moved? You are 440 away from winning that.
Let's go.
God, if I can get that for 700, I'm all in on that. We'll see. Some people are going to go, I always, they're going to go, what the hell you bidding on something like that? Cut off a whatever. It's, if you look at it, I mean, it looks large there, but it's so small, when you look at it, you're just like, I mean, it's, I don't know. It's just me. I love that kind of
Oh,
stuff.
wow. I just realized it has young down there. It's cut in half.
Yeah.
I didn't see that before. I just got my glasses on.
Yeah, I didn't see it before until I zoomed in now myself.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I
I'm-
love that kind of those things. So
I got 4 minutes and 30 seconds on mine. So I'm a minute behind that. So hopefully we both come out a winner here.
there we go.
I'm deciding if I'm going to push this. This
Oh, you
Williams
aren't the top
Gowdy.
bid on that card of yours,
Nope.
Dave? The Teddy Ball game.
Do what?
He's hasn't decided if he's gonna top the bid yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. My last chance to own it, probably.
Pull the trigger, Dave. You only live once. Let's go. You can buy it with all that YouTube money.
But I
you're
got enough money
making.
to live on.
Dave, is that a good price right now? I haven't even comped it or anything. Is it
I
competitive?
don't know. Yeah. I don't know. You don't see him very often.
Yeah.
We're 2 minutes away from Rick winning a very rare Cy Young card.
There we go.
Let's go, Rick.
All right. While we're waiting for that, what we got? Man, it's awesome. Size strips are a classic. Love the W515 Grover Cleveland Alexander, one of the coolest cards ever designed. Don't know that one off the top of my head.
W515. Huh.
Strip card.
Doing one of these lives for Sunday night REA closing. No. The crew here only has the stamina to do these once a month.
Yeah. I am bidding on some Pokemon cards in that.
I think Memory Lane has some good cards too coming up, I think. I don't know.
29 minutes. That means someone just bid. Oh. Peer pressure. There we go. Yeah, we egged Petty previously into buying a $60,000+ Wagner card before,
Yeah.
right?
And that Williams just got bumped. Someone waited last minute. So now I know there's 2 bidders to go against, perhaps.
If you have that kind of budget for the Bowman pack, good on you, Tony. Tony talks cards there.
Oh,
What's that
Pretty
thing
sure he's
at?
joking.
yeah, that's unreal.
I don't think anybody with that kind of budget for buying cards usually ends up making YouTube videos.
No, not.
You know,
It's
every
coming
single
up,
one of
huh?
these cards I'm watching, somebody bid within the last minute and a half before closing.
We got
That
15 seconds
E95
here.
Cobb.
14, 13,
My hands are up here.
12,
Wasn't
11,
me.
10, 9. We're down to 6, 5, 4,
That's it then.
3, 2,
No one's waiting that long.
1. There we go.
Attaboy.
Rick
Do your
added
chicken
a
dance, Rick.
Cy
Did I
Young.
win?
Yes,
Yeah.
you
Do your dance. Let's go. Let's see the Dicky Shuffle or something. There we go.
did. All right. So, Tony, you had one that was a
Yeah,
minute
good,
behind.
Rick.
What lot
Good
number
for
is
you.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Congrats,
I'm
Rick.
lot number 89. I'm down to 23 seconds on my phone, anyways. So I'm going to see it before you do. You're a little behind me for some reason.
Apparently.
12, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, I
Sold.
got it. I got it.
All right. Congrats,
mine.
Tony.
Yes,
Another
buddy.
rare pickup.
Yeah, let me find my other ones. I'll show them to you.
All right.
Hey guys,
anyone?
my phone's gonna die here. I apologize. I should have charged it more than that. So if I suddenly leave, I'm still alive.
Okay. There's no earthquake in the Bay Area that's happening.
No.
now?
No, no power outages. This was a lot of fun though. I love these things, man. Just looking at cards, you know.
Yeah, anybody in the chat about to win something we can congratulate you on. Feel free to throw the lot number out there.
It looks like that Mays Stallmeyer 23,000. 28,000 with the juice.
Dang.
If that was a Mantle and that 54, I don't know, 60, 70,000.
All right. Here are my other ones. This one's a 2.5. This one's a 5. That's a high grade.
That's just crazy high grade on those things.
And another 5. Lynch.
Wow.
Another 5.
So how many cards was the full set of those?
There's 16 Nashville, so that
Yeah.
put me at 9.
Wow.
So
Cool.
yeah, you can see that's his old mill. So,
Okay.
same image, a little
Oh,
bit
yeah.
bigger, different backs. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to do is do that team set. So yeah, like I said, when you're doing those and you see one, you got to grab it, dude.
Oh, looks like Matt won
Steel City,
Hornsby.
that Howard Stallmeyer Mantle, that's not his card.
No, he's selling it for somebody.
Yeah, my friend. And
Has he had anybody like seriously after it, or is it just a museum piece at this point?
I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know.
What was that lot number, Matt, again? Looks like he won the Hornsby.
I don't know.
Hey guys, I'm at 2%. I'll jump off. So
All right, Rick.
Yeah, I'm gonna be jumping
congratulations,
on
man.
pretty soon too.
we'll see you at
Congrats
the
on the
national.
pickup. Thanks
Yeah,
for
Rick,
joining,
way to
Rick.
get something.
Yeah, Tony. Hope you feel better. John, thanks
man.
again for letting me on here.
Yeah, great to have you.
All right.
See you later, Rick.
All right.
All right. That's a good deal, though, for a 7.
You ain't kidding.
Damn.
That doesn't look too oversized either. Is that a regular size slab right there? It looks like it from the size of the flip. I'm not familiar with
It should be
those.
regular size. Yeah.
Wow.
I
That's
have
cool.
I have seen those cards sometimes where they barely get it in a normal slab, and then other times they put it in the next one up, like the postcard size ones. So
All right. I got to get off of here. I got to get up early and go to the lake.
Yeah, I gotta go too. I gotta go take a muscle relaxer so I can sleep.
all right. Apparently, it's still a bidding war for that altered Horner Wagner.
What's it at? 3,000?
45-14 with the
Guys,
G's.
thank you.
Oh,
John,
okay.
thanks.
All
Hey,
right.
before I leave here, anybody that's in that chat that hasn't subscribed to John, do it now before you forget.
Sure.
We got to
Thank-
push him over 1,000.
All
Sure.
right. Yeah. Thanks
That
a
will
lot,
happen.
guys, for joining. Thanks for everybody coming on to watch. And yeah, we'll make sure we put together another one of these next month because it is fun. So,
See y'all.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you later.
all
Thank
right.
you.
Thanks, everybody, for coming on.